understand this, friend, that I'm basing this on doing this training, doing these webinar type things for, I don't know, I've been doing them since I started the real estate sales training, traveling the country in 2000, and I think it was like 2005-ish time frame. So how many years is that? What, 20 years now? And I'm telling you, I'm absolutely amazed. I mean, absolutely amazed at the number of agents that are coming into real estate and not really coming in with the right mindset and not understanding that, hey, friend, this is a business. I want you to understand that you are the CEO of a multi-million-dollar real estate company. Well, why don't you put that in the comments below? Put that in the comment below. Say, hey, I'm the CEO of a multi-million-dollar real estate company. Oh, by the way, I'm so excited. I'll be kicking out, and you'll see the information pretty soon, a 90-minute webinar where I'm going to walk you through how to think like a CEO of a real estate company, how to get the advantage in your market, how to work for sell by owners. You know, I'm passionate about for sell by owners. I built my niche market on working with for sell by owners and expired listings. I have an 85% success rate, 85% success rate when it comes to working with for sell by owners. And I'm so excited, but it's amazing, man. It really is amazing. The number of agents that come into this business and don't understand that you are the CEO of a multi-million-dollar real estate company. Go ahead, type that again. Type that again. I am the CEO of a multi-million real estate company. I mean, that is amazing to me. It's amazing to me. And so I want to go through a couple of things today as it relates to 3 mistakes that I believe that newer realtors are making. I'm passionate about working with agents who have 3 years or less in real estate business, or if you've done less than 5 transactions in the past 12 months, you're the person that I want to connect with today. We have an online academy that you can hook up with us on at Facebook. On Facebook, I believe it's the Realtor Fast Track Academy. It's a private Facebook group where we drop tips, tools, and techniques to help take your business to the next level. Hey, friend, think about this. What if you can leave this call today? You can leave this webinar today. What if you can log into the Facebook group and get 1 or 2 ideas that will help generate an extra 2 or 3 listings over the next, I don't know, 30 or 45 days? Would that be a benefit to you? Or maybe pick up an extra buyer or 2. Now, I'm not just talking about a buyer who's thinking about buying 6 months down the road. I'm talking about a right now buyer. A right now buyer is a buyer that is approved, motivated, and ready to go. What is a right now buyer, Rich? It is a buyer that is approved, motivated, and ready to go. So I hope that you are locked in. I hope that you're plugged in on what we're doing. Do me a favor, drop a comment below. If you're put a fire emoji. Let me see some fire emoji. Drop a fire emoji below if you are looking forward to what we are looking forward to take your business to the next level. So I wrote down a couple of notes because this is like a spontaneous video for me. I wasn't really planning to have this conversation, but this was a thought that I had the other day, and I just had some time on Saturday. I said, you know what? Let me just go through this quickly. And you know what? I'm going to do something here that's also, since it's spontaneous, I'm going to invite, I'm going to see if I can get a friend of mine on, Mr. Rob Dawson. I call him Billionaire Bob. He don't like it, but I just said it out loud. Now you know, but I'm going to invite him. I'm going to see if I don't know what he's out. He lives in Florida, so I don't know if he's out with his family. I don't know what he got going on. But give me a second here. I'm going to text him the link and say, hey, bro, see if you can jump on this call real quick to share some tips and tools with us. So listen. As while I'm sending this link, I'm telling you, man, this is so spontaneous today. You know, some of the technical things that I typically do may not be up on the screen working, all that. But listen, I just had to get this information. Let me see. Can you hop on a live webinar? Here we go. Let's send Mr. Rob Dawson. I'll send him the link. Hopefully my guy can get on. We'll find out. Anyway, so I've been doing this real estate sales training. I've been doing it for some time, 18 plus years. I traveled from New York to North Carolina, and I've done webinars all around the country. I've since 2007, I've done over 190 webinars, 190 plus, and now it's well over 200 actually, because in the past 6 months, alone, I've done somewhere in the neighborhood of 40, 45 webinars. And so I've done well over 250, almost maybe 300 webinars. And let me tell you something, friend, I am absolutely absolutely passionate about helping you succeed. My mission, my purpose in life is to get people excited and motivated about things that they cannot do. But I want to get right to this. Three things, three mistakes that I believe new realtors make. And like I said, I just wrote down some notes here so that I make sure I share the things that dropped into my mind. So here's mistake number one. Number one is they don't have a strategy. No strategy. They don't have a strategy. Now, I just started out today by saying you are the CEO of a multi-million dollar real estate company, right? I just said that. You are the CEO of a multi-million real estate company. Now, friend, how many CEOs don't really have a vision, a mission, and or mission statement? I can't think of any CEO that's serious about growth, that's serious about taking their businesses to the next level. So the number one mistake that I see, at least from my perspective, and I've been doing this since 2004, over 20 years, almost 20 years, at the top for me is that there isn't a strategy. The new realtor doesn't have a strategy on how they're going to have success. And so subsequently, because of that, they believe that anything and everything is going to work. They don't have a strategy. That's why, the topic today is stop posting and praying and have a plan. Stop posting and praying. What do you mean? Don't pray when you post? That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't pray. I'm a person of faith. I'm a man of faith. I believe in prayer. Prayer is part of my walk, my business model. I'm just saying from the perspective of you are just posting randomly, right? You're taking a selfie at an open house. You got motivational quotes and you don't have a CTA. What's a CTA, Rich? I am so glad you asked. A CTA is a call to action. You don't have a call to action. You don't have a hook. You don't have an attention-getting title. Hey, listen, here's an attention-getting title. If you're interested in taking your business to the next level in the next 30 days, then you don't want to miss or click the link below, right? Some type of hook, grab the attention. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? There was an ESPN show years ago, and it was like, and I can't remember the name of the show, and they would say, "Come on, man." Come on, man. Come on, dog. What are you doing? Come on, right? So you got random graphics, selfies, motivational quotes that you're posting. And these things are good, friend. I'm not saying don't do it. As a matter of fact, you should drill a little deeper. When is the optimum time for you to post on which platform? On Facebook, on Instagram. If you're on TikTok, when's a good time of the day? If you're on YouTube, when's a good time to post a YouTube video, a live video, and or a YouTube short? Know your analytics, right? Last year I took a class on SEO analytics. Actually, I took two classes, one class on SEO analytics, and then I took a certification class on SEO or social media marketing. So random posts, man, you don't have a strategy. You're just posting. So visibility without a plan is vanity. Ooh, that was good. I like that. Visibility without a plan is vanity. Visibility without a plan is vanity. In other words, you're just posting shots of you. You're just posting. Oh, he just texted me back. He said he's in a real estate class at 6. Come on, man. Come on, dog. He's in a real estate class. I'm inviting him on to talk about real estate, and he just texted me back. He said he's in a real estate class. So I want to hear what he's doing. So he got some big things popping off down in Florida. So I'll catch up with him later. But anyways, I digress. I apologize. I told you this video today was random. I told you that, right? I told you it was random. So no strategies. Mistake number one, new realtor, or if you're doing 5 or less transactions, you want to do more, it's probably because you don't have a strategy. Probably because you don't have a strategy. And like I said, visibility without a plan is vanity. Visibility without a plan is vanity. You're just taking pictures of yourself. You're taking pictures at the settlement table, maybe, if you make it that far. And listen, friend, this is tough talk. This is tough talk. This is tough love, right? This is from your friend, Rich Wall Street. You don't know me, right? I really don't know you, but understand this. Hopefully you feel the passion that I have for your success. I believe that God has placed everyone on this planet with a plan and an idea for them to live a fruitful, productive life, right? And so the new realtors, they just go about their business. They don't have a plan. So what do you do Monday through Friday? What does your schedule look like? Well, you said, we're Rich, I work 7 days a week, 52 weeks in a year. Well, that leads to burnout. Did you know that according to the National Association of Realtor, and I first saw this stat back in 2012, followed up on it in 2016, looked at it recently for 2025, and it is relatively the same. About 80 to 85% of all new realtors quit in real estate inside of 12 months. New realtors. I want you to think about this. If you're a new real estate agent, if you just got your license this year and you're in a real estate class, I want you to visualize the individuals in your class. If you have 10 people in your class, the chances are by January 2026, six, seven, or maybe even eight of them will be out of the business, out of real estate because they don't have a plan. I'm writing a book right now. I don't know if it's going to be out this month or not. It's called the CEO Mindset. Think like a CEO. So mistake number one, no plan. What's the second mistake, Rich? I'm glad you asked. Man, you're a smart class. I love it. Mistake number two, speaking to everyone. I told you I just wrote some things out on a piece of paper, thoughts that I had. Speaking to everyone. What does that mean? They believe that everyone is their customer. That's not true. Now, everyone is a prospect, but not everyone is a customer. Okay. Let me say that again. Everyone is a prospect, but not everyone is a customer. I know you're hearing it from me first. You probably never heard that before. No one ever told you, no one have ever told you that not everyone is your customer. Just settle the fact. Just let it download into your subconscious. Not everyone is my customer. Not everyone's going to respond to your marketing voice. Not everyone's going to respond to your mannerism. Not everyone is going to respond to what you are doing. They're not. They're just not, friend. They're not. So you have no niche, you have no voice, and you have no strategy. No niche, no voice, no strategy, because you're trying to speak to everyone. I want you to take a minute right now while we're slow walking this conversation. I want you to take a minute and I want you to think about, why did you get into real estate? What's the reason you got into real estate? While you're thinking about the reason that you got into real estate, let me tell you the reason why I got into real estate. I got into real estate because a friend of mine, Mr. John P. Wigger. John P. Wigger. I think he's in Florida now. He was in York, Pennsylvania. I started out in York, Pennsylvania, not New York, York. York as in kite. York, Pennsylvania. John P. Wigger kept coming to me and say, "Hey, buddy, I think you'd be good in real estate." He would say that frequently to me. And so finally, I was in the spot and in the place. I decided I was going to pursue this real estate thing. And so I did. I decided that I was going to get into real estate. And so I got into real estate. And initially I got into real estate because I thought, because John kept asking me. Originally that's what I thought. But then I discovered that my purpose for getting into real estate, because it could help me create the life that I desire to create for my family. And I've never looked back since. Did I have some tough times in real estate? Absolutely. Did I have challenging times in real estate? Absolutely. Did I lay real estate down while I did other things? Yeah, there were times when I did that. I did that recently. I shifted my focus from real estate to doing other things. I was focused on business development for a number of years, and so the business development piece is great, and so now I'm dusting off, blowing off the dust off that real estate license in the DC metro area. But why did you get into real estate? It can't be just to make money, because you can make money anywhere. You don't have to be in real estate to make money. The whole point that I'm saying this, friend, is that when you discover your reason, your purpose, then you're going to discover your voice. Remember, I said that there's no niche, no voice, and no strategy. Well, when you discover your purpose, your reason why you are in real estate, then you're going to discover your voice, your niche market. Some agents are passionate. They had a horrible experience working with a realtor when they bought their first house or second house or investment house. And they decided, man, this was so horrible. I'm going to get into real estate so I can show others how well or how easy or how smooth it can be selling real estate. Now, it doesn't mean that you won't have any challenging times or deals fall through, et cetera, et cetera. But you have to understand, friend, you got to know, what's the reason. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Why am I getting into a profession where the realist where the stats show that 80% of us are failing? Why would I get into this profession? You got to see yourself in the 20% from the beginning. That's what the CEO mindset is all about. So mistake number two is that new realtors, they think they could talk to everyone. No niche, no voice, no strategy. Not everyone is your customer. Now, everyone is your prospect. Everyone is a prospect. You prospect. Who should I prospect to? Everyone. Who should I prospect to? Everyone I'm going to prospect to. Now, understand this, friend. There's a difference between prospecting and marketing. We're not talking about prospecting and marketing today, but I at least want to give you this. Prospecting is the pursuing of new business. Marketing is about the attraction, the attracting of new business customers, prospects, etc. Mr. Chris Perry, he's a realtor in the Washington D.C. metro area. Chris Perry, we were on he was on my podcast last year, I think it was, and he does six figures, and he said 77% of his business comes to him from social media. 7% comes to him via social media. This year, he's on track to do like 25, 30 million. Can you imagine 20 or 25 million coming to you? But he has a niche, he has a voice, he has a strategy. Balloon celebration just for you, Chris Perry, if you saw that. So you have to understand that not everyone is my customer, friend. Not everyone is your customer. Not everyone is your customer. The third reason I wrote this down that new agents the third mistake that new agents make, and I wrote this down, and that is they have inconsistent posting. They're inconsistent and posting. If you're going to use social media, then use social media. No relationship building is what I wrote down. No relationship building. Imagine this. No. Before I say imagine this, let me ask you a question. How often do you have a conversation with the person that you love? How often do you have a conversation with the person that you love? How often are you having that conversation? Once a week? Once a month? Few times a month? I'm talking about a person that you love. I'm talking about a significant other. If it's a husband and wife or wife to the husband to the wife, how often do you have a conversation with the people that you love? Unless you're separated by space, they're on another planet, they're an astronaut. My guess is that you have daily conversation with the people that you love. Well, I want you to take that same mindset as it relates to building a consistent habit of posting on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, just to name a few. Now, you may not know your niche market when you start out. You may not know the optimum time to post. You may not fully understand the SEO, the analytics, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to exercise the TOT. What is the TOT, Rich? Man, this is a great class. I love the answer, the questions that you ask. TOT, time on task. TOT, time on task. Be consistent. Be consistent. Be consistent. That sounds like when I played basketball, the cheerleaders would say that. Be consistent. Be consistent. Okay, I don't know. I digress again. I'm just having fun, friend. I'm having fun. So I wrote this down. Once and done means no trust. That equals no transaction. Once and done. If you have a once and done strategy as it relates to social media, because the ideal is to be consistent, then here's the result. It is no trust, and no trust equals no transaction. No trust, no transaction. Now, mistake number one, I said that no strategy, right? Randomly posting, right? That's visibility without a plan. That's vanity. Then we said number two is speaking to everyone. Not when I'm not speaking to everyone. I'm only speaking to customers. Not everyone is a prospect, but not everyone is a customer. The third mistake that I see new realtors make is that they are inconsistent as it relates to posting on social media. Once and done is their model. And understand that if you have a once and done mentality, if you have a once and done approach, then you're not building trust with your sphere of influence. And if you're not building trust, no trust equals no transaction. Hey, don't get mad at me. I'm just a coach, right? So if you're not doing these three things, if you are doing these three things, then just stop doing these three things that's leading to keeping you broke. Listen, I hope that you're just feeling the love. I hope you're feeling the love from me, man, because that's my desire. So stop posting and praying. Start posting and planning your profits, right? Oh, if you want to be the go-to realtor in your marketplace, if you want to be the realtor that's doing the things that he or she needs to do, and here's what I need you to do: hit that like, hit that subscribe button, because I'm going to put out a video on the 3 things that you can do. 3 mistakes today, coming up later. 3 things to do if you're a new realtor. So no random hustle. It's time to run the play. Friend, I hope you found value. Hit that like button, man. Hit that subscribe button. Also hit that notification so that every time that we post videos, we make sure that you're part of it. I appreciate your time. Brian, on the Motivate Podcast Show, we always say less, but we definitely want to believe for more. Have a great day, Frank. I'll see you.